children need. Yes, well, children need to acquire the target language, but be careful. They learn quickly and they forget quickly.
Alright, this is something you to bear in mind, right? It's, it's maybe a bit disappointing, but this was the first thing that Laura told us when the course began, right? So she told us they learn quickly, but they also forget quickly. That's why we will have to insist on certain aspects more than others. For example, what you mentioned before, this idea of repeating things, being exposed to things many times, not just once, right? Good.
And recycling as well.
And recycling also, right, which is not mentioned here, but we will talk about that later on. Good. What about how children learn? Let's see. Okay, Jime, would you like to read?
Yes. Children learn globally. It is better for them to acquire the language globally. Yes.
That is just
yes, in context rather than in isolated units. Also through their ability, which allows them to manage with limited linguistic means.
Okay, let's stop there. So, what do you understand by globally? What do you think is essential for them? The moment you are going to teach something, as well as
In a holistic way. Well, which is a synonym actually.
yes.
That maybe instead of teaching just a word, maybe the complete utterance.
Good.
That is very difficult.
And also the idea of a context. So every time you are going to teach something, you need to have, a whole context created. Maybe you read a story, and that will give you the context to teach something in particular. I don't know, vocabulary or specific structure, right? And then this ability which allows them to manage with limited linguistic means. So they know practically what? Only words, right? I'm referring to kindergarten, right? So they only know words. Maybe when they are juniors, what you should aim at is precisely combining those words into phrases and even shorter
sentences.
Yes, maybe sentences, right? Okay, what about the following? Let's see, Sabi?
Yes, indirectly if properly motivated through games and through fantasy and imagination, by interacting and speaking.
Okay, indirectly if properly motivated means maybe you organize a game and you have the chance there to teach them, I don't know, a specific structure, and also to teach them what else when you organize a game, not only a structure.
The rules,
Good.
how they should behave.
Those are important elements. It's not only English. You can teach them how to take turns. What else? To respect, maybe when a classmate is talking, right? And through fantasy and imagination, again, this idea is connected mainly to stories, to the things they can invent. They are incredibly, you give them, I don't know, a word, and they invent a story out of that. And they start, connecting things and telling you different things. All of them will react in a different way or will tell you a different story with the same word. So they are incredibly creative, right? And by interacting and speaking, these are essential elements. Try to expose them all the time to activities in which you can make them speak. Do something with that vocabulary or those structures that you are teaching them. At the beginning, you can, give them very simple tasks because, it's not that much what they know. But you should provide them with plenty of opportunities.